Good morning, Riverhawks.
I'm Ani.
And I'm Risaki. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Face the flag, put your right hand over your heart, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good morning, Riverhawks, and happy Friday. With not being able to be at school with RioTV last Thursday to record my message, this first message is a little delayed, but I still wanted to take the time to thank all of our Riverhawks for a wonderful turnout over Martin Luther King weekend at the New Way to help sort the incredible amount of community donations to all those who lost everything in the fires in Los Angeles. Our Rio students truly exemplified our SOAR motto with the incredible turnout of student and family volunteers, specifically from Rio Norte. Additionally, there were a great amount of contributions both directly to the New Way and here at school with gift cards to help those families in need. So thank you, Riverhawks. I also want to thank our staff and all of you students for doing a great job last week in our own situation with the Hughes fire in Castaic. I know it can be a stressful situation, especially after what we all witnessed in LA the weeks before. But remember, our staff will always do everything we can in order to keep you safe when you're with us. Listening to adults is super important to keep things organized and calm, and you all did that. So thank you very much. A couple of reminders that we've been having to talk with students about a little more frequently. Remember, keep your trash into trash cans when you're done with it, and any food that you're not using. We want to keep our campus looking beautiful. No foods on the blacktop. We've been trying to really crack down on that because it creates a lot of other problems. So make sure your food stays on the lunch table side of the gate and then go to the blacktop after you're done with your food. No phones should be out, including back on the blacktop. Make sure that you're keeping those in your backpacks. Remember, things like dress code violations, phone violations, getting detention for minor infractions, all of that gains you demerits, which can add up and prevent you from end of the year activities, including for our 8th graders with your 8th grade end of the year activities. And the Grad Bash tickets are going on sale next week. So you want to make sure you keep yourself eligible. Thank you to ASB for a super fun Adam Sandler Spirit Day. I saw some great Adam Sandlers out there, both students and adults alike. And another huge shout out to ASB. I can't wait for you guys to see what our ASB and Miss Welch have been planning for you for the dance tonight. It is going to be a wonderful experience. Make sure you're here by 6:15. The gates will close, so you only have 45 minutes to come in. And tickets at the door will only be the first half hour, 5:30 to 6 o'clock. So don't be late. You want to maximize your time at this special event tonight. I can't wait to see you all dressed up and looking special. Have a wonderful night, Rio, and a great weekend.
Let's hear from ASB on what upcoming plans they have for us.
Hey Riverhawks! We know there are some questions about the dance and we're here to answer them.
First of all, you must have your ID to enter the dance and get your food.
Your ID will be scanned while entering the dance and before getting food. Dinner will be served in the gym, so when you're ready, grab your friends and get in line with your ID card ready to be scanned.
Tickets at the door will be $35. However, if you do buy at the door, you are not guaranteed dinner.
For those of you that bought at the door, Miss Welch will make an announcement at 7 o'clock if we have enough food.
And once again, you must have your ID card to enter the dance.
Keep all these things in mind, Riverhawk, and have a great time.
We can't wait to see you at the dance.
Hey Riverhawks, attention 8th graders. It's time to start buying your tickets for Grad Bash. Grad Bash is our annual trip to Universal Studios. This trip is only for 8th graders and takes place on May 23rd from after school until 1 a.m. Tickets are $130 and will be sold from February 5th to March 7th at the ASB window. This trip is non-refundable. Your advisory teacher will hand out permission slips as well as an info sheet. Both things need to be brought to the ASB window with your payment in order to get your ticket. If you want to sit on the bus with your friends, and who doesn't, you must purchase the ticket and turn in your permission slip at the same time as the friends you would like to sit with. We will be organizing buses in the order that payment and permission slips are received. We will make every effort to honor requests to sit with your friends. Again, tickets are $130 and will be sold only from February 5th through March 7th. No exceptions will be made after March 7th. Make sure you get the 2 forms from your advisory teacher, and we look forward to a fun night at Universal.
Attention all 8th graders. There are still 8th grade hoodies left in sizes medium, large, and extra large. Quantities are limited and are $30 each.
Let's take a look at the latest news from Rio Recap.
Lucas reporting from Rio Recap. This month, Los Angeles has been stricken by fires all throughout, considerably some of the worst and most disastrous in LA history. Triggered by rapid and unrelenting winds, these devastating blazes tore through more than 40,000 acres, destroying more than 12,000 structures and taking the lives of at least 25 people, with many others displaced. Experts estimate damages cost nearly $250 billion. The number still continues to increase. With that, these events have caught attention worldwide, but you may not have realized this impact that this has caused on LA's ability to host the 2028 Olympics. Let's send it over to Brandon to learn more.
With the fire still growing, hosting the Olympics has not yet become a major concern for Los Angeles. However, Los Angeles County will soon realize that they will have to rebuild and rebound to host roughly 15 million people for the Olympic extravaganza within less than 4 years. Thankfully, none of the multi-million-dollar sports facilities have ever been touched by the fire yet. So the possibility of the Olympics being moved to another area is highly unlikely. Lucas, can you tell us about how other countries are helping California during this disastrous time?
No problem. Countries such as Canada, Mexico, Iran, and Ukraine have sent in their own support to combat the wildfires. Hundreds of foreign-trained personnel have been deployed on Californian soil, which include firefighters and specialized response teams to aid these disasters.
And how can we help people affected by the fire, Lucas?
Great question. Here are a few organizations you can support to help others. Through the LA Fire Relief Fund, you can donate immediate goods such as unused clothing, toiletries, and hygiene products to people unhoused by the fires. You can also financially support their emergency fund, which will provide N95 masks to shield fire victims from the poor air quality. The Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation aids our noble firefighters by providing essential equipment to fund their cause for saving lives and communities, and organizations such as the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, and the World Central Kitchen Supply impacted residents with basic necessities like food and shelter, as well as recovery assistance. We hope that you stay safe during these unpredictable times and that things can change for the better in the future. Now let's send it over to Chloe to learn more about the 2025 presidential inauguration.
The 47th presidential inauguration was held at the iconic U.S. Capitol, marking the beginning of President Donald Trump's and Vice President J.D. Vance's term in office. This year's ceremony was especially unique, as it was moved indoors due to record-breaking low temperatures, making it one of the coldest inaugurations in U.S. history. The last time an inauguration took place inside the Capitol was in 1984, when President Reagan's second swearing-in had to be relocated indoors because of similarly harsh weather. This inauguration also stood out in other ways. President Trump surpassed Joe Biden as the oldest president to be sworn into office, and he became only the second president in history to serve 2 non-consecutive terms, following Grover Cleveland over 130 years ago. The ceremony began with a patriotic musical performance by the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Combined Choirs inside the Capitol building. Attendees included world leaders, Supreme Court justices, cabinet members, celebrities, and other notable figures. Former President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden were also present, shaking hands with President Trump as a symbol of the peaceful transfer of power. As President Trump and Vice President Vance took their oaths, the crowd erupted in cheers. In his inaugural address, President Trump emphasized themes of resilience and national strength. To conclude the ceremony, country star Carrie Underwood gave a moving rendition of America the Beautiful. Following the indoor event, President Trump and his family headed to celebratory gatherings and parades to mark this historic occasion. That's all for our coverage of the 2025 presidential inauguration. Now back to you, to the studio.
Today in clubs and activities, the BAM Club is meeting in room D7, Crafts to Chillax is meeting in room D12, the MSA Club is meeting in room C9, Art Club is meeting in room C6, and today is our semi-formal.
And finally, here's your daily dose of positivity. To win big, you sometimes have to take big risks. Former CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates.
That's it for today. I'm Ani.
And I'm Risaki.
Teachers, once the show is over, please scroll down to Name That Tune Friday.
And we'll see you next time on RioTV.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me. Nod my head, don't close my eyes. Halfway on a slow move. It's the same way you showed me.